Kim literally just got flattened by a level 40 raid boss in one punch. And yet, somehow, that's not even the craziest part. But to understand how we got here, we need to rewind the story a bit, because things spiraled out of control way faster than anyone expected. The story kicks off with chaos. Our rookie warrior is gasping for air, locked in a death match with none other than Cerberus, the wingless dragon. Yeah, not exactly the kind of monster you warm up against. The beast roars and unleashes a wall of fire, and the party's sorceress admits her shield might not hold. Translation: they're cooked. Like overdone instant ramen. But just when everyone braces for a fiery death, something weird happens. Out of the flames charges a tiny green figure, a goblin, in a level 67 dungeon. The team freezes, confused, because what business does a glorified tutorial mob have here? Before they can blink, this goblin dashes in like Usain Bolt, dodges the blast, and slams its wooden club into the dragon's skull. One hit. That's all it takes. Cerberus, the terrifying raid boss, drops dead. The adventurers? Completely speechless. Meanwhile, the goblins, probably wondering what's for dinner. Then the old man in armor notices something. Up on a hill stands a lone figure, clearly the mastermind behind this unbelievable moment. Who is he? Why is he here? The mystery hangs thick, and that's when the scene suddenly cuts, hard stop, to a totally different world. We meet our protagonist, Kim Chul-soo, grinding away at his day job in construction. Despite hauling cement, he's smiling, which immediately makes his co-workers suspicious. Because no one smiles while carrying cement bags? Let's be real. He brushes it off, but inside he feels like a nobody, weak, ordinary, and stuck at life's lowest level. Then he overhears co-workers gossiping about a guy who quit the job to play Gate of Heaven, this insanely popular VR game where hidden classes can make you stupid rich. Chul-soo remembers the hype. Players vanish into this digital world. Items sell for real cash, and cafes are packed with broke dreamers trying their luck. He's tempted but also bitter. Why do others strike gold while he just mines rocks? Cut to him inside the game. He's hacking away with his skill, Rock Strike. The payoff? 3 measly ores. He screams in frustration because grinding sucks whether it's in a dungeon or at your 9 to 5. The only thing grinding here is his teeth. But then, something sparkles. His eyes lock onto an advanced healing crystal. Jackpot! This thing could sell for 300,000 won. Suddenly he's laughing like a maniac, celebrating his lottery ticket moment. But celebration turns into awkwardness fast, because he's not alone. A party of players is watching his outburst, including a gorgeous woman who steps forward. She teases that she's seen him mining daily, so his skill must be top-notch. Flustered, Chul-soo admits he's decent. She explains her party needs a miner. There's a boulder blocking their path. They can handle the monsters, but they need his expertise. Chul-soo hesitates, worried his low level will drag them down. Before he can back out, the team's dwarf reassures him. Relax. You mine. We fight. Simple as that. And just like that, Kim Chul-soo, our down-on-his-luck miner, stands at the edge of something bigger than he ever imagined. The question is, does this path finally lead him out of rock bottom, or just deeper into danger? So Kim Chul-soo ends up tagging along with this dungeon party, but the dynamic is awkward. The dwarf immediately calls him out, accusing Kim of stereotyping him as just a miner. Classic don't judge me by my beard energy. Kim tries to play it cool, but inside he's nervous. The deeper they go, the more his stomach churns. Then the beautiful woman steps in again, smiling sweetly, and casually drops that he's her type. Strong arms, good at mining. Kim's heart basically short-circuits. Yep, he's sold. He agrees before his brain catches up and instantly regrets it. Relatable impulse decision. Like clicking by now, at 3 a.m. Inside the cave, reality smacks him fast. A level 7 gray wolf charges him, and Kim screams for his mom like a kid who just saw a spider. But before he becomes dog food, flames engulf the wolf. Catherine Lee, a level 39 sorceress, casually one-shots it. She checks on him, gentle and caring, and Kim's practically starstruck. Is this the romantic subplot loading? Not quite, because another teammate shows up, a buff warrior who wipes out monsters like he's mowing the lawn. He explains the real mission, finding a rare or only a pro miner can crack. Translation: Kim's just a pickaxe. Human DLC for Minecraft. Insulted, Kim tries to prove his worth, slamming his fist into a giant boulder. Dramatic moment, right? Except nothing happens. The rock doesn't even chip. The team stares. Oof. But then miracle. The stone suddenly splits apart on its own, revealing a glowing hidden door. Kim's eyes light up. This could be his jackpot, the chance to finally turn his life around. But just as he celebrates, betrayal strikes. The tall warrior flips on PvP and smashes Kim down, ripping away nearly 500 HP. Catherine joins in, mocking him too. They admit they only used his mining skill to find the dungeon. Kim's crushed, literally and emotionally. The healing crystal he treasured auto-activates, saving his life, but burning 300,000 won in the process. That's the kind of financial pain you feel in your soul. Furious, humiliated, Kim swears revenge. He charges through the hidden door, only to immediately fall down a flight of stairs he didn't see. Minus 80 HP. Yep, death by stairs. Every gamer's worst nightmare. He wakes in the hidden dungeon with just 20 HP left. And there, sitting on a throne, is a goblin king. Kim's confused until he notices something worse. The dwarf from his party, dead on the floor. Then screams echo. The tall warrior is grabbed and crushed by a monstrous figure. Not a goblin, something far worse. Geiger, level 80. Kim nearly throws up as he watches the beast devour his ex-teammates like snacks. Panic takes over. He runs, muttering it's not his fault. They betrayed him first. But then a system message appears. The Goblin Lord senses your resemblance, cowardice, and weakness. That stings. Kim breaks down, raging against his life, his debts, and the fact that even goblins pity him. And in his fury, something shifts. He unlocks a hidden class, Goblin Summoner. At first he rejects it, calling it ridiculous. But the system ignores him. His class is forcibly changed. When Geiger roars back into the room, Kim summons his first goblin. It looks weak, pathetic. He plans to use it as bait and run. But then, boom. The pathetic goblin smashes Geiger with a strike so strong it drops 100 million damage. One hit KO. The monster collapses. Kim is frozen. His goblin? Max level. His XP? Exploding. Skills unlocked left and right. This isn't just a class. It's his golden ticket. Kim is still frozen, his mind replaying the nightmare of Geiger ripping his ex-teammate apart. Meanwhile, in the real world, Catherine is screaming her lungs out in VR. Her staff yanks off her headset, but it's too late. The shock breaks her. Catherine, retired forever. Achievement unlocked. Rage quit life. Back in game, Kim Summon Goblin goes full blender mode, shredding monsters and stacking millions of damage like it's nothing. His level skyrockets, loot bags overflow with wolf claws and mana stones, but the goblin itself doesn't level up at all. Kim's baffled. Bug? Glitch? Who cares? It's broken, and it's his ticket to the top. The next day, Kim marches into Nara Bank with loot in hand. The teller values his wolf claws at 97,000 won. Nice. But when Kim casually drops items like Geiger's membrane and heart, the clerk's jaw hits the floor. Manager time. Because nothing screams this guy's rich like being offered free tea that's somehow cold. The manager finally reveals the bombshell. Those items are worth 230 million won. Kim nearly drops the cup. With this, he's already knocked down a chunk of his crushing debt. Later, he's walking the streets, cradling his goblin like it's a pet puppy, joking that it's not ugly, though he immediately admits he's lying. But here's the kicker. He tries to unsummon it and fails. Now his goblin is screaming in the middle of a busy street, drawing stares. Bystanders laugh, pointing at Kim like he's the goblin. Public humiliation speedrun complete. Things escalate when a bulky guy storms in, Patton, the Annihilator. He yells about a goblin running loose in the city. The crowd whispers his nickname, half mocking, half nervous. Kim panics, trying to explain it's harmless, but Patton ignores him and swings a deadly attack. Then, boom, Kim's goblin reacts in a blur, countering and dropping Patton with one devastating strike. The whole plaza freezes. A system message flashes, PK mode activated. No turning back now. The city's still buzzing after Patton gets flattened, whispers spreading like wildfire. How could a tiny goblin take down someone like him? Kim's panic spikes. If people figure out this monster belongs to him, life's about to spiral into a PR nightmare. Imagine explaining that at a job interview. Sure enough, Patton's guild shows up. Their leader Yun-hyuk mocks Patton for losing to a goblin, then sneers at Kim, demanding the creature pay for embarrassing their guild. Kim, sweating bullets, tries to calm things down. He knows his goblin could wipe them all, but that would only make things worse. His pleas go ignored. The guild threatens to kill him if he interferes. And then, chaos. The goblin suddenly hurls a rock throw that drops Min-sung, their speedster, in one hit. Rage erupts. Kim doesn't wait for the fallout. He bolts, sprinting through the streets, heart pounding. World record in panic running unlocked. As he flees, a mysterious old man appears, urging Kim to follow. Desperate, he does, only to realize too late it's a trap. Betrayed again. A mocking voice tells him this is his path to death. Then a system message pops up, congratulating Kim for his cunning. Kim snaps. First week now, cunning? He rages. Wasn't him causing trouble. It was everyone else betraying him. With fire in his eyes, Kim vows revenge. He swears he'll destroy the Inten Guild, and even the goblin at his side seems to perk up, ready for war. Meanwhile, Yun-hyuk and another guild member, Ji-hyun, track Kim across rooftops. She's confident she can handle it alone, but Yun-hyuk warns her not to underestimate the goblin. They pause when a scream cuts through the night. Their ally Sungreal is hurled down, broken. Then the goblin steps out of the shadows. Yun-hyuk lunges first, but his attack does nothing. 0 damage. Fear spikes in his veins. This thing isn't normal. Ji-hyun yells at him for freezing up, and in desperation, he activates his trump card, Absolute Evil. His body swells with power, but at the cost of 90% speed and half his mana. Ji-hyun groans. It's overkill for a goblin, but she backs him up with her skill storm arrows, clearing his debuff so he can charge. Yun-hyuk rushes in with full force, fist blazing, but the result? 0 damage. Again, his confidence shatters as the goblin grins, almost mocking him. Then, BAM. The goblin unleashes a surprise strike that slams him into the ground with millions of damage. Yun-hyuk screams in agony. Ji-hyun freezes, horrified. This isn't a goblin. It's something else. Something terrifying. And then Kim steps forward, smiling darkly, eyes gleaming with satisfaction. He leans in and reveals the truth. I'm the one who summoned the goblin. Her face twists from shock to dread. Everything flips upside down. Ji-hyun's staring at Kim's goblin, realizing it's way stronger than anyone imagined. Yun-hyuk the Shadow, one of her guild's best, got demolished. And yet here's Kim, grinning with that deranged, I haven't slept in 3 days smile. He tells her flat out, this is none of your business, and I'm beyond pissed. Mood, when Starbucks forgets your order again. Ji-hyun panics, shouting that she's done nothing wrong. Kim smirks cruelly, throwing blame back at her. It's all your fault. She screams, calling him insane. Then Kim realizes he sounds, well, like a psycho. He tries to backpedal, stammering excuses, but Ji-hyun's too freaked out to hear reason. Desperate, Kim yells at the goblin to shut her up. Classic, when you regret bringing a +1 to the party. The rooftop noise draws attention. Onlookers start pointing. Hey, it's them, the goblin killers. A crowd forms, and panic spreads. Some even scream the goblin destroyed the Everton Guild. Kim's heart drops. This wasn't the plan. He screams for the goblin to stop, and shockingly, it listens. The crowd mistakes Kim's command for bravery. Suddenly, cheers erupt. You can do it, hero. Kim's stunned. Imagine being cheered for cleaning up a mess you caused. He realizes they've misunderstood. Everyone thinks he's protecting Ji-hyun from the goblin, not controlling it. His mind races, picturing himself as a legendary hero, delivering dramatic one-liners, basking in applause. He even laughs out loud, enjoying the fantasy a little too much. But then, with chilling seriousness, he corners Ji-hyun, demanding her silence. Terrified, she swears she won't expose him. And then Kim goes full theater mode. He accuses the goblin of attacking villagers, chains it with his goblin walk skill, and drags it across the ground. The crowd gasps, convinced they're watching a beginner player wielding impossible powers. Whispers spread in awe. Kim keeps up the act, even tossing goblin food far away and ordering the city gates shut. The goblin vanishes, and the crowd explodes into cheers, hailing him as their savior. Oscar-worthy performance, if Oscars were handed out for lying. Exhausted but proud, Kim soaks in the praise. Ji-hyun confirms her guild respawned elsewhere and promises again to keep quiet. But Kim leans in, threatening her. If she ever talks, he'll hunt her down, even in the Resurrection Temple, where she's supposed to be safe. The sheer terror on her face cements his power. Later, lying in his fancy new room, Kim finally relaxes. He remembers Catherine, the one he couldn't save, a pang of guilt breaking through. Then he remembers something else, the goblin point he earned from the Goblin Lord. A panel flickers before his eyes, revealing his name and class. And that's where things get interesting. Kim checks his class panel, Goblin Summoner. 1 goblin point. He scoffs, wondering if goblins will start calling him brother if he keeps racking these up. Family reunion, but with green cousins. Curious, he opens the goblin skill shop, but all the advanced skills are locked. Only one thing is available, Goblin Gathering. He clicks. Bad idea. A terrifying crash shakes his room. The goblin bursts in, smashing everything in sight. Kim screams, realizing too late it's a summoning skill, not some passive buff. Perfect timing, the innkeeper knocks on the door. Kim blurts out, "I'm fine. Leave if you don't want to die. Just go away." Smooth, nailed customer service voice. Later, he vents to the goblin like it's his therapist. He pours out frustration, muttering how unfair the world is, how everyone mocks him even when he's innocent. The goblin quietly grunts, almost agreeing. Kim sighs, saying they're the same, 2 outcasts in a rotten world. Meanwhile, at a tavern, the Everton Guild is regrouping when someone points. Kim just walked in. The room freezes. Awkwardly, Kim admits it's him, the guy who saved one of their members. Yoon-hyuk, all cold glares and death vibes, thanks him, which terrifies Kim so much he begs him not to say it like that. Imagine being scared of someone's thank you. They talk business. Kim admits he helped them because he needs something, directions out of the beginner zone. Yoon-hyuk explains moving regions requires clearing a raid boss dungeon, not just open field mobs. In the Leaf Zone's raid dungeon, it only opens once a month. Worse, it had just opened the day before, until some random goblin ruined everything. Kim freezes. That was his goblin. Reality slaps him. He's stuck here for a whole month. Furious, he grabs Yoon-hyuk by the collar, demanding another way out. But no, there isn't. Debt settled, the Everton Guild leaves, disappointment in the air. Kim's rage boils, remembering how much money he'd earned with that overpowered goblin. Now, wasted time. Then it happens. Outside, the goblin senses something. The air shifts. The raid dungeon gate, supposed to be sealed for 30 days, suddenly creaks open. System message. Raid boss dungeon has reopened. The old man stares in shock, muttering it's impossible. Yoon-hyuk narrows his eyes, tense. Another message appears before Kim. Raid boss dungeon has reopened. He stands frozen, disbelief etched on his face. And just like that, the game changes again. The air is tense. The raid boss dungeon has reopened way ahead of schedule, and nobody can believe it. Kim, of course, immediately accuses the Everton Guild of betraying him, screaming about how they were trying to leave him behind. Trust issues level 999. Yoon-hyuk cuts the drama short. Do you want to come or not? Kim growls back that he's not letting them go in alone. They step inside and instantly regret it. Instead of the expected raid, A hidden dungeon triggers the steel giant's lair. A level 40 monster stomps into view, shaking the entire cavern. Panic erupts. The guild yells for Kim to run, but Kim smirks. Back out if you want. I'll take all the rewards. Then reality hits him. He summons his goblin, or tries to. Nothing happens. The steel giant charges. Boom. One hit. Instant kill. Kim dies on the spot. Death speedrun. World record. Peyton mocks his corpse, calling it pathetic compared to yesterday. Yoon-hyuk shrugs like he doesn't care, until the dungeon gate slams shut behind them. Now, there's no escape. The old man grimly admits this is no ordinary fight. It's the nightmare scenario, a hidden dungeon spawning our raid. Their only option is to kill the giant. The Everton Guild rallies. Yoon-hyuk and Min-sung slice in with a 16-hit combo, 0 damage. The monster has a passive, Hatred of the Weak. Any attack that doesn't break 5% of its HP, nullified. Brutal. That's when Ji-hyun steps up, revealing her secret nuke skill, Final Death Arrow. Even Peyton, the loudmouth, shuts up in shock. He uses War Cry to tank the giant and buy her time, while the old man links pain sharing to spread the damage. Meanwhile, the assassins chip away at the boss's defense with their stacking debuff. Kim, watching from the ground, is fuming. He's not gaining EXP, not getting loot, and the guild is showing incredible coordination without him. Then, he remembers. The advanced healing stone. One revival in his pocket. He smirks. The hero always arrives late. He revives dramatically, only for the system to immediately announce. Steel Giant has chosen Kim as its target. The giant unleashes its wide-area skill, Surface Destruction. Half the team is wiped instantly. Kim screams in rage, realizing if he'd revived earlier, things might have gone differently. Congrats, Kim. Not only did you die once, you dragged the whole squad down with you. Kim revived just to get everyone else killed. That's just classic. What do you think? Bad luck or peak stupidity? Tell us in the comments. And if you're enjoying the chaos, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, so you don't miss the next part.